Hi guys, welcome back to the channel. So as you can see, I'm back in a garden. Since I did the video the other day where I showed you the tour of my garden and I expressed certain concerns about the things, how certain things are growing, and of course the concerns with the weather and the current sky spraying, if you wish. Many of you have actually emailed and also commented and also expressed the concerns how massive an effect this is actually having on us growing crops. I had many of successful crops, but still there's issues, and I do have now many crops that look like they were successfully growing are now actually failing, and of course a lot of it is due to weather. So looking through some of your comments, guys, you actually suggested that the good idea is to be able to cover up your crops, first of all, to stop the shit falling from the sky, and secondly, to create the microenvironment and kind of speed up the germination or growing process, and at the same time to help us to protect the crops over the winter time and over the cold nights. I myself have two greenhouses, as you probably would have seen. I have the one that I'm growing the tomatoes and some other odd crops, and I have the one where I have growing cucumbers, because both of those do enjoy to have slightly different environment. However though, because it's part of my survival garden, if you wish, guys, I wanted to be able to be as much as self-sufficient in veg growing as possible. I've also decided to plant a lot of brassicas, and again I've showed you this, they're currently sitting under the netting to be protected from the cabbage butterflies. However, this is the first time in a long time I've actually attempted growing this, because I really had a failure pretty much every year due to the butterflies, even with the netting. So the idea is this year, guys, they seem to be going strong, but very time soon they have to be planted out in here. And as you've seen there, guys, I do have potatoes grown there, so I'm kind of in a position now where I'm feeling like I could have done with a little bit more space, especially covered space, like another greenhouse or polytunnel. So basically rattling through my head, and the idea crossed my mind a little while back. I wanted to create a little bit more secure and a covered space in my raised beds, because my husband built me those raised beds only this year. We haven't really much considered of building like a cover or something over the top to protect the crops. However, now the time is approaching, I need to get the crops out, and with all this currently the weather is going on, we decided that we're going to build a little frame that could be used to put either netting first and then like a polytunnel fabric when the weather gets colder, or in the early spring, to be able to help to warm the soil up. It is, as you know, guys, it has been absolutely depressing year with the whole weather thing and the constant rain. I cannot help but feel, not say defeated, but it just feels like I felt myself that I suddenly needed to do something about it. And I know I keep talking about it, guys, in the different videos, and now because it's all out and open to what is actually happening to us and the whole agenda behind the whole thing, I want my garden to be able to produce me enough vegetables to be semi-self-sufficient throughout the whole season. So as per some of your advice and per my initial thoughts, I'm going to build frame in the raised beds. Unfortunately, my husband hurt his elbow, and he said that it's the time now I've put the pants on the outside and decided that I need to do this myself. So of course, with his help, I did put the pants on the outside, not literally, but we're going to be building some of the stuff. So let me show you what my idea is. So guys, this is the two raised beds that are going to be tackled first. So you've probably seen, guys, I do have the pea support on this side and I have the beans growing on this side. However, the beans are doing particularly not that good at all. Anyway, so those beds are 1.8 by 1.8 square on both of the sides. So we popped into B&Q. For some of you who guys from America or a different country, basically it's like a hardware store where they sell all the woods. The wood's actually gone up in price quite a lot as well. So anyway, after sort of having a look, we decided to go with treated oak. And the reason I'm going for treated, so I don't have to then paint it with anything. It's kind of already been pressure treated, so that's safe enough to be able to have in around vegetables, basically. So the idea is, I would, as much as I would love to have like a whole greenhouse, because the space is kind of here is really big enough to be able to do so, but because of the hedging here, we do have an issue of be able to access the crops. I really, guys, crammed it in. Is my idea is in my garden that literally everything, veg, fruit, everything is crammed in, because I want to be able to get as much as I possibly can from my small growing space. So anyway, we picked up those pieces of wood. They're pretty much like a decking boards, and they were £5 for 2.4 meters. So our idea is, right, that we have them, and we're going to be going either one way or the other. We're going to make them at approximately half of the, it's either 1.2 or something around this sort of height. And the idea is we're going to make basically like a not say L-shaped frame, but we're going to have 4 legs coming out, and we're going to have another piece of wood going across. It's not going to be totally square, have everything there to support it. It's going to be basically be there like a frame. So over the first instance, because I don't have to worry about the polytunnel fabric just yet, my main aim is to do the mesh to be able to protect my cabbages and stuff from the pigeons and from the cabbage butterfly. So this way the frame is going to be there, and over the time eventually then I'll be able to staple the potentially fabric to certain sides to create this little micro environment. So without further ado, guys, let's get building. So guys, here we are. I've been kitted out by my husband for the stuff that apparently I need to be able to build this. I am going to be building this with his guidance because I have no idea what to do. I'm a kitchen person. I do stuff in the kitchen, preserve and prep. I know nothing about building any sort of structures. He's rather good at it, but at the moment he's rather useless because of his elbow. So nonetheless, I've been given stuff. So apparently I need this. It's the impact driver, aka his drill for normal people. Right, I've been given some screws, and apparently it was very important, and the size of those was 4 by 45. It is because of the thickness of the wood and the thickness of the other wood we're screwing this together. They have to go through. So there we are. We have that. We have a pencil for obvious reasons. God forbid we get anything wrong. A tape measure. We've got some quick grips, assuming we're going to be gripping wood together whilst screwing this together. And also I have a set square, so our line is very straight and very square. And also, of course, we have a saw. So next thing we're going to be, it's measuring and cutting our wood. So guys, we're ready to cut the wood. So earlier I've mentioned I wasn't sure what sort of height to do the little frame. I wasn't sure whether to do 1 meter or 1.2, but kind of logically, because this is a 2.4 meter, we're thinking if we cut this in half, we don't have any waste, which is, you know, wood is expensive. We don't really want to have any waste, and it gives me quite a bit of height to be able to sort of dug down under to get there to be able to plant stuff in. It kind of just makes this a little bit easier. So anyway, I've got a tape measure and I've got the pencil. Apparently I've been told it has to go behind your ear, but because of my hair, it doesn't seem to want to kind of stick there a lot. So I might just do like a, you know, Japanese type bun thing at the back. Anyway, so measuring in half, straight forward, right? I can't believe I'm actually doing this. I'm actually doing some woodwork. It's crazy. Anyway, so 1.2 meters then. See? This is why I don't do it. Right, 1.2. So we need 4 legs, obviously. So this is what we need the set square for, apparently. So God forbid the line is not straight. Make sure, he said, it's parallel to this and it touches together to make it straight. And draw over the top, not on the angle. Here we go. Right. So this should do our half, or should be our half. And next thing is the saw. He's there, he's watching me really, really closely. Okay, because I think I only sawed like twice, didn't I, Dan? Or once or twice, and apparently that did not go to plan. Well, it didn't go to plan. So I shall start, and I'll be, don't judge me, okay? This is not what I do. But apparently, initially when you do this, you got to go like upwards. Like that, right? Am I right? Yeah, to start to get it going.
Fuck me, we're going to kill ourselves. Step aside.
It's going to show me how it's done.
Dodgy elbow.
Yes.
So, first of all, get your hand. Right? Use your hand.
Get your hand.
Top part of your hand, so you're not anywhere near the bottom of the blade.
This is
and
lessons
you've got a finger, that's why you got this.
Don't tell me to finger.
Finger. Because you can direct
right
with your finger.
Okay, so that could be a lesson for any of you who has not done any woodwork or how to do it.
Grip it.
Yeah.
Thumb. That's your guide. And then, as you cut, so you go back first.
It's a bit harder because it's rippled, isn't it?
Yeah, it's not
it's harder.
But slow. Saw, cut the wood.
Okay.
Look down the blade.
So just continue for the next 10 minutes.
Don't do it over here because you can't see if you're going straight down.
Right. Okay.
Over the top of the blade. Right.
Okay.
And get going.
Okay. I don't want you to mess up your shoulders, so let me do it a bit.
And then as you go, you can then move your hand away after that for safety.
Right. Safety first. Oh, high vis! Needed to put a high vis. Damn it! Hold on a minute. Voila! Safety first. So, high-vis. I opted out for orange. I had option of bright green or bright yellow, whatever you like to call it. But I think this suits me better. We have a goggles, just in case. I didn't have a hard hat. Well, we do have it somewhere, but it kind of took a while to find this. And we've got some safety gloves, but it's only safe for 2 out of your 3 fingers. And oh, I see Mr. Daniel has already done the cutting for me. Oh, that was a bit of a ploy, wasn't it, for me? Yeah. So I guess now I get to continue and cut another one. So we have 4 legs, and then we're going to do some measurings. Right, I've been suggested it's a good idea that I clamp the wood up to the table so it doesn't move, because I can't saw it properly, saw properly. Yeah, right. I can't really clamp it up, can I? How can I? That's right, it works. It works. Right, so it doesn't move. Right, next thing. I'm getting rather warm in the high-vis now. Poor people that work on the sides, they wear like full outfits. It's crazy. Right, 120 again. You guys need to comment down below to see if you like my pants on the outside look. It's not something you normally see when I'm in my kitchen in my shirts, you know. Now, literally, properly, I'm, you know, manning it up. Right, we'll draw this again. And I'm gonna mess it, oh, hold on. Here we go. And I'm gonna mess this one up again. Yay, he's going! Look at the saw, he said. Look at the saw. I'm looking. Oh, finger. It's easier to cut a carrot, obviously. Yay! Look at that. My first successful cut of wood. And it didn't even split on the other side, like I did once before. It like pulled the stuff, whatever, for whatever reason. But that worked. So let's go now position this and see. And I'm going to ask for next steps, what to do, because frankly, I just don't know. Okay, guys, so this is the pieces that we've cut. I'll say we because it was literally we. Anyway, nonetheless, the idea is, right, we're going to put this either probably this way or that way. We haven't decided yet. Mr. Daniel will suggest what's the best way to go. So 1 in each corner. And the idea is we're going to be using, again, depending which way we're going to go, something like that to do the frame. So you get the idea, or like this, depends really whichever best way, we'll work this out. But the idea, we're going to go all the way around the bed, and that gives me a nice little square. So initially I said we were thinking of just having 2 and then draping this like not fabrics, but like the bags across. But I'm just thinking we do get a lot of heavy rain and heavy winds, and I'm thinking if it's just 2, it might just not be enough, and I might regret not doing the job properly as you wish. So let's not cut the corner. So next thing, we're going to measure up the bases and measure up the pieces to go across all those little pieces. So there we are. We just had a slight change of plan. Rather than cutting the top bits first, we're going to be screwing those in and then measuring in between. We find out that our bed's slightly teeny weeny bit, not square, but a few centimetres, so we didn't want to mess it up. So we're going to be screwing those first. So, under strict guidance, right, I've got some screws that you've seen earlier. We've clamped the wood, and I'm going to attempt to screw it together. I'm very bad at screwing in this way, right, and the screw normally doesn't go in. It just does this and it makes a lot of sound. So Daniel's watching me closely so I don't break his drill, or the drill bit, or the screw, or the wood. So let's go. Oof. He's going in. He's gone in. He's come on the other side though. He's come out on the other side. So that means that the screw was too big, or I think I just buried it too deeply. So, Daniel, to the rescue, please.
Freaking amateurs.
It's about 5 mil through the other side. See, that's what happens when you get a woman to do a man's job.
Oh, you're a bit sexist, aren't you?
Yeah. Traditional values, me. I did bury it just too much, didn't I? I just blame this. I think he gave me the screws. They're too long. It's still through a bit.
By about 1 millimetre.
Yeah, okay.
Because they were borderline.
Right.
And And
Okay, well we're in
that's
then.
all I had left, so it's a case of, well, either go with not enough
Or too much.
to grip, or just slightly over, and then we can just knock the ends off.
We've been building so much wood stuff. We've gone through so many screws. Yeah. Anyway, so we shall continue with the rest.
I smell shame.
Probably cat turd somewhere. We have a.
We've only got one screw in here. We need another screw.
Oh, sorry. I'm gonna get too excited.
I'll get this spirit level.
Yes, please. He loves his spirit level. It's all about measuring, forever measuring, aren't we? Measuring.
I love my spirit level.
You do. You like to measure.
If you're going to do it properly. If I hold that on there, you hold it.
Yeah, I'll hold it, you drill it. Oh no, hold on, it's not square. I was just holding it. Twat. There we go. It's kind of moved a bit still, I think. A little bit.
So you moved.
No, that's fine, it's okay. It's fine, okay. That's a good hide, guy, don't you agree? Can dunk down under.
Mm-hmm.
Right, okay, let's do the other ones.
Oh, you got one.
I've got one. Right, so, I don't know if they can see me there. Like that. Can they see me there?
I don't know. Can you see her there?
No? Okay, well, never mind.
Take that. Right, I'll let you do it.
So you see, by demonstrating my skills, right, I might be invited like DIY SOS if that's still going. Probably not. Right, okay. I haven't got any screws with me, so by the time I put this down, it's going to fall over. Right, okay. It's gone in. And it's only through just a teeny weeny bit like Mr. Daniels. And look at that, almost. Right, so I need another screw. This is why they have those little pockets of, not pockets of screws, that's thingies that you can take with you, isn't it? Right, hold on. Another screw and a clamp. See, I'm very squashed in here. There's no room to clamp it then. So I'm just gonna fucking just do it. Okay. Right, that's me done for today. Seriously. Two done. Right, so we're going to do the rest, guys. And we're going to, yes, we're going to come back to this when we've done at least four corners of the camera. That didn't go to plan. Here we go. Anyway, guys, so this is so far what we've done. We've cut the, obviously we've done the four corners you've seen. So we measured up and we cut the front pieces. We've added on extra, basically 2 widths of each piece of wood because we're going to be putting the wood the same way all the way around, so we needed to cover it up and make it look kind of semi-pretty. So next thing we're going to do, you can see it's been clamped up. We're going to cut the internal part there, which is a bit smaller, and then we're going to screw it all back together. So guys, after being told off by drinking on the job, yeah, unfortunately, but it's hot. It's actually, we've been blessed with a little bit of sunshine amongst the cloud seeding plains. You know, the few lines was, you know, floating around there. So anyway, it's actually really, really warm. So yeah, well, you couldn't blame me, could you? It is Saturday after all, isn't it? Sunday, yeah. Anyway, so nonetheless, next thing now. So we've cut everything now, and next thing is Mr. Daniel just gonna go and screw this together. My question to him was, how easy it is now to put a dome roof on that, you know? It's pretty much the size of a greenhouse. I'm like, okay, how hard is that?
Pitched roof.
Pitched roof. Apparently so far it's a no. So anyway, let's continue.
Well, it's not a problem. You could put a pent roof on it. Be easier.
Interesting.
Right,
let's do it. Concentrate.
Go. No, the other side.
Yeah, that's going to be a teeny weeny bit tricky. When I did the screw in the bottom bit there, I faffed up. It was a bit hard to get to do it, basically. The advice to you, if you ever to do it, you do and build this all once before doing half a job and then building things on top when you have plants growing there. I've upset my potato and I almost broke a sweet corn, so I wasn't really the favourite with them. But yes, that's just tip of the day. Amongst many tips of the day, yeah. do this before you plant your stuff. But anyway, yes, you can have this one for free, yes. So yes guys, here we are. This is the kind of the finished thing. About the roof, I'm not sure, we're gonna debate this for a little bit, but it's a sense at the moment, my thoughts already, to be able to staple like a chicken wire type thing maybe, or some sort of mesh like I'm intended to, and then have an ability then to put like maybe a polytunnel fabric on a poppers or something. I haven't decided yet. It is kind of going to be like work in progress, but the main thing, the frame is up here, and I can purchase a really big mesh type thing and be able to put this on the top where my cabbages go. At the same time, I'll show you something else I managed to quickly whip up whilst he was doing something else. So guys, this is, if you remember, my chard and this, sorry, Swiss chard and spinach bed alongside of the pumpkins that, oh, they're crawling up the top. I fed up with birds eating that, and I've been trying to put some fleece thingy down, but because of the wind, it's keep blowing up. So the other day, we actually managed, we had some leftover wood that was kicking about in the garage, and I really, again, trying to do something to protect it. Super hard to do this when you have crops growing and when you have a climbers right next to them, because you can't really do 100% boxed in terms of, because of the line between the small crops and the tall crops. Anyway, we basically made a little like steps, if you wish, the two little frame parts, if that makes sense. And I currently got really rubbish green netting here to protect it from the birds. And so far already, that's been up for a couple of days. I've seen a massive difference in, obviously birds can't get there, so which is really good. I don't like the fact that it's very loose, because birds can still get in there and get trapped. So my idea is on the front of those little the frames there, I'm gonna staple some metal chicken wire, and on the top I will do a better job of putting the frame. But again, this is something that I can also use later on to put some fabric, like greenhouse fabric. What I mean by greenhouse fabric, guys, is basically a hard-wearing polytunnel plastic that will create more greenhouse effect if I really needed to. So guys, because we're projected to have quite a poor weather for the next week at the moment with the rain and everything else, unfortunately I'm not going to be able to finish all the certain things I wanted to get done, because today is Sunday and obviously work day is Monday. So unfortunately I think I have to leave this video, guys, here, and then I'll do another updated video when I pick up some fabric or whatever I'm going to be using on that frame, which it has to be done really soon, because my cabbages will have to be going in there very shortly. So I do, guys, hope to enjoy this video and learn a couple of lessons. One of the main things I wanted to say, part of what I got Daniel to kind of show you, and not show you really, but show me how to do certain things, is part of the preparedness plan. Like we know, guys, it's not just preparing and having things, it's knowing and having ability of do other things that you might not necessarily do. So grow your skills portfolio so you're able to do something. So I want to be able how to do that. I can just about, you know, ass over titty kind of thing and do whatever, but it's nice to know how to do this properly, just in case, like at the moment he's obviously struggling and can't, you know, not able to do this in a, you know, different SHTF scenarios, guys. It's just nice to know and teach your other halves or friends and family. If you've got skills, teach your people, your friends and family, teach those skills, because it's, in the end of the day, it's going to be inevitable in the coming years. So anyway, guys, we'll hopefully enjoy this video and laugh a little bit, hopefully. Thumbs up, and I shall see you in the next one. Bye bye.